Hey everyone! Today we are talking about two plant compounds that work on your brain's natural sleep switch. They are called luteolin and isorhamnetin. These are flavonoids, which are tiny molecules from fruits, vegetables, and herbs. 2019 animal study from Aju University in South Korea, published in Biomolecules and Therapeutics, found that a small dose of luteolin made mice fall asleep faster and sleep about 30% longer. 2025 study in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry, using data from the American National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey, found that people who eat the most of these compounds have 15 to 18% fewer sleep problems. This is the story of how these flavonoids deepen your deep sleep and why food alone might not be enough. The animal study gives us the most direct evidence. Researchers gave mice a sedative called pentobarbital and watched how long it took them to fall asleep and stay asleep. One group of mice received luteolin orally half an hour before the sedative. The luteolin dose shortened the time to fall asleep and extended total sleep duration by about 30%. The more striking finding was about sleep quality. Single dose of luteolin increased time in deep NREM sleep by nearly 25%. NREM sleep is the phase when your body physically repairs itself. The intensity of slow delta waves in the brain also increased, which means the repair process ran more thoroughly. Luteolin works through a clever mechanism that is different from prescription sleeping pills. Most sleeping pills act on the GABA system in your brain. Luteolin instead acts through the adenosine signaling system, specifically the A1 and A2A adenosine receptors. Here's how that works in daily life. While you are awake, star-shaped brain cells called astrocytes release adenosine, which builds up around your neurons. More adenosine accumulates the higher your sleep pressure, and when that pressure gets high enough, you fall asleep. Caffeine works against this system because it blocks adenosine receptors, which is why it keeps you awake. Luteolin pushes the natural sleep pressure system forward by increasing adenosine release or making the receptors more sensitive. The net effect is a stronger natural signal to fall asleep and stay in deep sleep. Now, animal findings do not automatically apply to humans, so researchers looked at population data. The 2025 study in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry came from Guangzhou University of Chinese Medicine. It analyzed food diaries from American participants in the NHANES study, which tracks eating habits and health outcomes. Researchers calculated daily intake of polyphenols, which include luteolin, and then linked that to self-reported sleep problems. Americans in the top third for luteolin intake had about a 15% lower risk of sleep problems than the bottom third. That is a strong population-level signal that supports the animal findings. The same study revealed that isorhamnetin, which is chemically similar to luteolin, works even better. Americans in the top third for isorhamnetin intake had nearly an 18% lower risk of sleep problems, and they slept a little longer. The chemistry explains why. Isorhamnetin differs from luteolin by a single methoxy group on its B ring. That methoxy group slows down the enzymes in your blood that normally deactivate polyphenols, so isorhamnetin breaks down less rapidly. It also makes the molecule more fat-loving, which helps it cross into the brain and penetrate brain cells more easily. Isorhamnetin lasts longer and gets into the brain better than luteolin, which matches its stronger sleep signal. We have to be honest about the limitations of this evidence. The strongest direct proof comes from an animal study, not a human trial. The human evidence is epidemiological, meaning it shows a link between flavonoid intake and fewer sleep problems, but it does not prove cause and effect. People who eat lots of fruits and vegetables tend to be healthier in many ways at once, so isolating the exact role of luteolin in that kind of data is difficult. But the practical problem is the real story for most people. The human equivalent dose that worked in mice was only 15 to 25 milligrams of unbound luteolin. Only about 18% of the luteolin and isorhamnetin in food is absorbed by your body, because the rest is bound to sugar groups that your gut bacteria must cleave off. Even a diet rich in thyme, celery, parsley, or peppers will not reliably deliver the active freeform in that dose range. For most people, supplements are the only practical way to reach the levels that the research highlights. If your goal is deeper sleep, luteolin offers a mechanism that is completely different from prescription sleep aids. It works with your brain's natural adenosine sleep pressure system instead of drugging the GABA receptors. Isorhamnetin is the stronger compound because it is more stable in the blood and better able to reach the brain, and it showed a bigger reduction in sleep problems in population data. Both are found in parsley, celery, thyme, peppers, olive oil, and chamomile. Both are available as small, cheap supplements. A reasonable starting point is a luteolin or isorhamnetin supplement in the 10 to 25 milligram range taken in the evening. Check with your doctor before combining these with prescription sleep medication because flavonoids could amplify the sedative effect. These two flavonoids give you a natural way to deepen deep sleep by working with your own biology. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.